first done in Tadasana, guys. So the alignment of Tadasana is to keep your feet to the hip width distance, ground your sole of the feet, separate the fingers from your feet like toes, separate your toes. Try grounding yourself right from the heel to the ground. Like try to engage your whole lower body and keep also your shoulders turned towards the sides of the mat, towards the hip direction. Keep the chest open. Let's take a deep breath in and deep breath out here. Now bring your hands towards the chest in prayer pose, pranama position. Send your elbow towards the wrist, press into your knuckles and heels of the hand. Take a deep breath in. Lift your hands to Uttana Hastasana or extended hands right above the shoulder. So palms are on top of the shoulder and palms are watching the front body. Exhale. On a deep breath, what I'm going to do is to tuck the tailbone in and open the chest. So I'm stretching right from my ribs towards the shoulders. So I want to make my back bend from here without actually bending from my lumbar. So first lift your palms open to the front body. Take deep breath into the chest and then open the chest to the ceiling. You can gaze towards the thumb. Exhale and come back to center, Hasta Uttanasana. And take a deep breath in and out. Now, extending your hands in front of the shoulder line and place it right below the shoulder line. Keep your spine fully straight and do not bend your spine or round your spine like this. Try to keep a straight spine. If you don't reach up to the floor, you can also use the blocks. So you can keep the blocks right in front of the shoulder line towards the front of the feet and adjust your posture over here. Make sure, guys, that you are not pushing your shoulder blade towards the ear and around. This causes the rounding. So if you can just slightly ground this heel fully, so the tailbone is tucked in, pelvis is active, and to release your hands down by keeping the spine straight will give you a lot of benefit in long-term practice of Surya Namaskar. Now, let's begin to take a deep breath in and deep breath out here. You can also start shifting the weight from your heels to the palm. This way you will feel a grounding and balance. You will sense some grounding. You will have more awareness in your body, moreover. Now, for those who can really stretch their palms all the way out towards the feet, I would suggest that you can keep your hands besides the feet and try stretching your whole palms down, lowering that neck, and keep that neck fully relaxed. Just push that shoulder blade back, take deep breath in, lift slightly the chin up. Exhale, activate your thighs, pull up the kneecaps as you lower down to Uttanasana. Or you can grab hold of your ankle, but try keeping your ankle fully active and send your elbows back towards the shoulder line and reach out with your head to shin bone. So there are several ways of doing Uttanasana. You can choose your own variation to get into this posture. Next is Haswasanchalana. So I mainly like to get into Haswasanchalana by getting into high lunge. So it's suitable for everyone to do. Like sometimes it may be kind of complicated for some people because they hurt their knee. So by getting into high lunge, you safely get into Haswasanchalana, which is horse riding pose. So first I will take my left foot back, come into a high lunge, right foot forward. I'm placing two blocks besides the right foot to give me that posture, right alignment. So first adjust your right heel, knee in same line along with the inner thighs to face the parallel to the mat. Second is to check your left hip if it is aligned with the left foot. Keep your glutes engaged from the left. Stay here for a breath. Always shoulder away from the ears. Now extend the heel. So here is the heel that I'm extending from the left and dropping the knee down. Now only stretch your chest and shoulders back. So chest is up, shoulder is back. Take deep breath in here and deep breath out. You can also adjust the feet slowly to shift a little bit forward and more to the right. So you get a little bit more stretch on your left quads. This is Haswasanchalana, which can also be called as low lunge. Now I'm going to ground my hands towards the block and slightly protract the shoulder. So this is retraction. When you push down your palms and slightly pull up the shoulder blades is protraction when the scapula is going out towards the chest. Now lift your left knee up, by supporting from your left mount, and protract the shoulder. It's kind of internal rotation of your shoulders, guys, and then step back with your right foot to plank. This is called as Dandasana. Now you can shift your heels back in order to get that good parallel plank posture. You can either retain your breath here or take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Next, extend your heel, both your heels. Drop your knee down. And here, Ashtangasana, you have to drop your chest and chin down. I know this is challenging for many people. Most of my students also sometimes find it challenging when they are just beginning to yoga. So I would suggest, if you are a beginner to this, then try just keeping your hands on the block and trying to kind of come into tabletop position and shifting forward and back action. Like, try doing this, keep your breath steady and try doing this like 2-3 times, and all of the time try to be aware of your tailbone, glutes, to try and engage it. That's why tucking in of the toes really helps, guys. It kind of brings awareness towards your posture and for the engagement. Now shift your elbows back and slightly drop your chin down, and try not to shift your shoulder over past your hands. Try to keep it in like this and then slowly lift up. Or you can also send your hands behind the block, below the shoulder line again, and shift your knee towards the hips. Tuck the toes in, shift your elbows back, place your shoulder to the block and chin down. And then slowly lift up. This is 2 ways of going into Ashtangasana, which is 8 limbs pose. Now I will take the blocks out. We'll to go into Ashtangasana without blocks. So send the elbows back, chin and chest down. Either you can retain the breath or take a deep breath in and out here. Now point your feet back. Bring your body to the mat. Lift your chest up and you stretch your elbows in. Take deep breath in towards the chest, lifting that sternum all the way up. Keep your neck to the extension of the spine. Engage your glutes. Take deep breath in and deep breath out. Now come into a tabletop position and tuck the toes under. Shift your hips back, come into child's pose. Rest your sitting bone if possible towards the heel. If not, you can also stay here. Now slowly start pressing into your toes, your mount. Come into a tabletop position. Take deep breath in, deep breath out. Now see guys, this is protraction, and when you leave the chest down is retraction. You see that the shoulders are retracting towards the spine. We want to protract here and slightly lift the knee up and place it down. The reason why I'm doing this is because when you're just beginning to do yoga, especially because I'm making this for the beginners, so I would suggest that if you feel too difficult to get into downward facing dog, which will be our next posture, I would ask you actually to do this as warm up before getting into downward dog, just to lift your knees up above the mat, hover a little bit and then slowly come down. Let's keep our breath steady and try that 2 more times. Pressing into your palms, protract slightly, press into the mount of both your feet, lift your knee up, hover a little bit and come down. 2, inhale, lift up, exhale, drop. 3, inhale, lift, exhale, drop. Shift your hips back towards the heels. Now slowly lifting yourself up, come into tabletop position. Tuck toes under, shift hips back, lift knees exactly like you hovered before and try grounding that heel down. Step forward with your feet just to align your feet towards the hips. Stretch your hands forward for downward facing dog, extending that shoulder just like we were doing before. Protract but not really to close, but just extend by pushing your palms into the mat. Slightly leave the elbows free and then send the elbow in to get that extension of the shoulder. Then roll the shoulders in towards the chest. Keep looking towards the center over here. Take deep breath in and deep breath out 5 times. Make sure to keep the fingers of your palms open. You can either look down or make side to side stretch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly look forward and step forward with your left foot this time for high lunge. So left foot is forward, right foot is back. Bring the blocks back besides the left foot. Stay here for a breath. Activate your right thighs. The right foot is back. The heel is on top of the mound. Take deep breath in. Deep breath out. Low lunge, which is horse riding pose. Haswasanchalana asana. Adjust your left foot so your heel and knee is in the same line from the left. Keep your shoulders open to the back. Take deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're almost coming to the end, guys. Now all that we have to do is lift the right foot up again back to high lunge to get back into the posture safely and come to the initial posture that we did, which is forward fold. So the best is to keep hands over the block so you get that good straight spine in forward fold and a good stretch for your whole hamstring and calf muscles. Now inhale in half forward fold for ones who cannot go into full forward fold. Exhale, challenge yourself if you want, and bring your hands besides the block. Shift your elbows back and shoulder follows the elbow. Relax your head down. Look towards the shin bone. If possible, drop your head towards the shin bone. Take deep breath in. Come halfway up. Lift both your arms up to Uttana Hastasana, extended palms. Inhale deep, opening the chest to the ceiling. Exhale and come into Hasta Uttanasana. Bring your hands in prayer pose and inhale. Exhale, come back in a Samasthiti.